Hi, everybody. Welcome. Hello, Sherry and Amy and Michelle and Sherry again. Hello from Oregon. Eagerly awaiting in Alberta, Canada. Hopefully you see me now, Mary. Hi, everybody. Hi, Hero Arts. That's Tammy in the comments is Hero Arts. And I'm just going to give another second and then we'll get going here. We're here for the September My Monthly Hero release and overview of all the products that were included in the launch. Hi, Gail. Hi, Dorothy. Hello, everybody. Thank you for being here. So I'm Libby from Hero Arts, and I do these every month, the day after the launch, to go through the products so that you guys can see them in person, sort of, not really in person, but virtually, instead of just a picture on the website. And I am joining from Georgia. I live in Georgia. I work remotely for Hero Arts. Hero Arts is located in the Bay Area of California. So if you're in the comments, go ahead and leave us some comments and let us know where you're joining from, or just say hello. At the end of this live, we will pick a winner to win a gift card to Hero Arts. So make sure that you comment as we go, because the more times you comment, the more chances you have to win. We randomly pick it from everybody who has commented. So let's see. Hi, everybody. Ooh, hot in Monterey. Yeah, I've heard from my coworkers at Hero how hot California has been recently. It's terrible. It's not as bad in Georgia, which is not something I say to them often. Hi, Michelle in New Brunswick in Ohio. Tiffany, hello, everybody. A lot of comments rolling in now, so I'm sure I'm missing some. I'm glad to hear, Renee, that you love Hero Arts. Yay. Oh, hello, Tindaloo76 from Norway. Love to see international friends here, too. That's so exciting. Let's see here. Yep, more people in hot California. All right, well, without any further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get started on this kit overview. It's our September kit. How many of you have already seen it and love it? It's absolutely gorgeous. It's a great kit for fall. It has a beautiful floral arrangement in a fall theme. So let me just go ahead and show you a picture of what's in the kit. So there we go. There is a 4x6 clear stamp set, and I'll show the actual products here in a second. There's a sheet of Rubons, which are super fun and different. There's a 6x6 cling background stamp, frame cuts that cut out both the stamp set as well as the Rubons. I'll show you that as well. And then some cardstock and some twine. Let's see, and Tammy just put in the comments everything that's in there. What am I doing here? Sorry. Okay, there I am again. All right, I'm going to switch to my overhead camera, and then you guys can see what I'm sharing. All right, and I'll go ahead and make that large. Gosh, it's like I haven't done a live before. I'm kind of finding my bearings. I've done like 50 million lives now. But anyway, all right, let me show you these products that are in the kit. So here is the stamp set. It is so pretty. You can kind of see the size of it with my hand there, and I'll show you some card samples from our artists in just a second here. And some really great messages that you can make fun little sentiment strips from, including sending gratitude, hello fall, thank you, thinking of you, and then this beautiful script, so thankful. There's some pomegranates and a pear, some extra little leaves, and an extra little blossom. Now there are frame cuts that cut out all of these things. There's one for the big flower arrangement, one for the little pomegranates, one for the pear. This one cuts out both leaves at the same time, and then the little flower as well. And yes, I will definitely be showing you the Rubons. Let's see here. How wide is the main stamp floral display? Oosh, I can go grab my ruler. Well, actually, I have one here on my thing. Let me see. The main floral display is about 4 1/4 tall by about 3 3/4 wide, I would say, roughly. And I'll show you what it looks like on an A2 card in just a second, so you can get more of an idea of that as well. So there's the frame cuts before I've cut them apart, which I love to use my wonderful snips for cutting those apart, my favorite tool in my craft room. This is the background stamp that's included. It is so gorgeous. This one you're going to use all the time as a subtle background, a bold background, however you like to use it. Hi, Meg Brooks. Meg joined our release hop. yesterday. Nice to see her in the comments. She made some beautiful cards. And then we have the cardstock in the kit. We have neutrals that are really nice as a background for the beautiful colors you can make your bouquet or the rub-ons. And then here are the rub-ons themselves. It's a 6x8 sheet. And like I mentioned, that frame cut can also cut out the images in this as well. So you can get your arrangement cut out if you want to, and the little pomegranates and other elements on this. We do not sell this separately. Right now it's part of the kit. It's just an exclusive in the kit. But if you guys are loving the rub-on idea, let us know, because we are debating whether we should continue making more rub-ons, and we would love to have your input on that. Hi, Dana. Dana from our team is here in the comments as well. Everybody say, we wish you well, Dana. She's been recovering from a surgery on her back, and just want her to heal well. All right. So now some cards using this kit. This one is from Debbie Addons. We love our Debbie. And this is, the background is that stamp, that background stamp I mentioned. And then she colored in that floral arrangement and die cut it out. There's a lot of little bits in this floral arrangement, which may seem a little intimidating to color, but really, you know, you just pick a handful of fall colors and just attack it. You can get it done. But I'll show you some great ideas for using it without having to even color, if coloring is not your jam. And here's another card from Debbie. I love how she took that arrangement and stamped it several times here along the bottom. This one is actually die cut, and these are actually stamped right onto the piece. But I just love how that looks on there. And she stamped the little flowers and the leaves a few times and cut it out. And I think she probably fussy cut that because there's not a die for that, but it looks fabulous. I love on this one that she took the little elements that are not the main bouquet and used them over and over on her background to create this beautiful background, which she colored. She also did something really fun this month, and it got a little mushed in the mail, but she made a treat box, decorating it with the elements of the kit. And so you can just buy these tins, you know, all over the place probably. It'd be a nice way to give some fall goodies to a friend, some pumpkin bread or, you know, whatever you like to make in the fall. And then she die cut and colored this beautiful arrangement. And then the background, she stamped it twice on there, but it's so seamless, you can't even tell that it had to be stamped twice. It just looks like a perfect background on there. Now I also have some cards from Daniel West to show. Here's one where Daniel did some beautiful heat embossing of that background to make it look like wallpaper, honestly. There's a little border on your wall. It's just so pretty. It does kind of look like wallpaper. And then he stamped and colored and die cut that gorgeous floral arrangement. Daniel also took the little images and stamped them to make a background. And then he, instead of coloring in the actual images, he colored the outside of it. And so he left them white and colored around it. What is the background stamp made out of? It's a cling stamp. It's a red rubber cling stamp, just like all of our bold prints in our line. So this 4x6 stamp with the bouquet is a clear set. And then this is a red rubber cling background. So I love how you know, these are similar ideas from the two of them, but executed differently. And this makes it so easy. I mean, everybody can color just one solid color, right? You could even mask all of these. I'm not sure which way Daniel went with this, and then spray it or something so you don't have to color around it. Is another way you could do it. All right. And then again, this is a beautiful, simple card from Daniel using just those fruit elements in the kit, and then that gorgeous background. He didn't say which embossing powder he used, but I have a suspicion it might be our white satin pearl, because that's a really beautiful powder. This is the design. Somebody, Sonia, you're asking what's the design of the background stamp? It is this background right here. That's how it looks stamped. And so you can do it in all kinds of different colors. Here he just stamped it in black and made a black and white card, and then there's clear embossing on that black circle element. Really fun, really easy and pretty. And then here he stamped it on a purple background with black embossing. So pretty. So lots of beautiful ideas. Now I wanted to talk to you about the rub-ons in the kit. First, I'll show you a couple examples of using it on a card. So in this picture, the one on the left was made by Erica from our global team, and she took that rub-on and just put it right onto a white card base. And so quick and easy card, so easy to make. The one on the right is made by Mindy from our team. And in this example, she die cut the rub-on after she put it on a white piece of paper. Okay, so let me show you these rub-ons. Let me grab my rub-ons again. So they come in a package. It's a 6x8 sheet of rub-ons. Let me go back to my comments real quick. Hey, everybody. I see more people joining. So if you weren't here at the very beginning, just a reminder to comment as you're watching, because we pick a winner at the end to give away a gift card. And that's how we pick, is from the comments. And if you did miss the beginning and want to see from the beginning, you can watch it later on replay as well. So it also comes with a stick, and the stick is used for doing the rubbing. And let me show you how easy it is. I have a little piece of white cardstock here, and I have one that I had already cut a piece out of. What we recommend, and when you get this, it will come with instructions on the backer card that comes with it so that you can see what to do if you haven't used a rub-on before. But I'm just taking some scissors. Some of our artists mentioned fussy cutting, but I don't necessarily call this fussy cutting, because you're not worrying about, doing the really detailed fussy cutting that sometimes we do with our stamps. You just want to cut around the image that you are going to be rubbing on. You don't want to accidentally cut any part of it or cut the other things around it. You could use it without cutting it out, but I don't recommend that, just because it's hard to not accidentally get a piece of another image when you're doing it. So I like to just cut around the one that I want to use on my project. Okay, so there is that. Now you can put this on any smooth surface. I'm just putting it on a piece of white cardstock, which is really easy, but you could put it on other colors of cardstock. When you die cut it, you notice on those die cut images that I showed of those cards, it had a white border around the one that Mindy did, but it's because she did it on white cardstock. If you did it on a different color cardstock, your border would be a different color. So I'll show you an example of that in a second, but you're going to remove the backer from it, this little piece of paper, take that off, and then you put this where you want it on your project. I'm going to try to somewhat center it on my cardstock. And then I begin by rubbing it with my fingers to get it in place. And then you take the little stick and you just start rubbing. You want to make sure you get all parts of it. So how many of you have used rub-ons? I'm seeing some of you already saying, but rub-ons have been around for a while, and I've used them in scrapbooking and in art journaling. And I think it's really fun that we're trying it in a kit just so you can see what you think of rub-ons. They're really fun, and they make it really easy to make quick and easy cards, or to just add some fun elements to your journals or other projects. And I'll show you in a second. You can even put it on like a home decor piece if you wanted to. All right, so I rubbed it pretty well. And now I'm going to go ahead and pick up the corner of this. And when I take it off, I want to go kind of slowly. And if it sticks at all, I go back in with my stick and rub again. So right there, it was not detaching. So I went back and rubbed it a little more. There, I missed the very tip of that little leaf. So can you see how I'm just kind of pulling this up gently and easily and watching as I go? Here I missed a little bit of that leaf as well. Sometimes I find that I miss the edges of things more than anything else, the outer edge of my image. But you can just go back in and rub, so it's not a big deal if you do miss a little bit. There you go. See how easy that is? And look at how pretty that is. So now that is on the card, and I can take the die and I can cut it out and use that on my card if I want. Or on this example, I put it on an already folded card, and I could just put a message there, and I have a really nice note card to send to somebody. So really easy. You can put it on different surfaces. Here I just quickly put some of our gold hero paste on a piece of cardstock and let it dry completely. And then I put the rub-on right on top of that. So that kind of shows you how you can use it with different mediums. You want a somewhat flat surface. Where there was a little bit of bumping in here, I had to be really careful going over it, but it still worked beautifully. And so you can picture using this in a art journal or on some kind of project you're working on. And then also I wanted to show you something really fun. So I'm going to try this for you guys. I found this little slice of wood that I had in my stash, and I'm going to try rubbing onto that and just see what happens. I don't really have a plan for this. I could make a nicer detailed project if I wanted to, but I'm just doing a quick example for you. So I have this little flower. I'm going to put it to the side because maybe then I'll stamp a message next to it. I'm going to put that down, do my rubbing. All right, and again, I'm just going to pull it from one end, slowly watching as I go to make sure that it detached. And there you go. It's on a piece of wood. Isn't that fun? So you could put it on all kinds of things. And then let me show you from our team some other great examples here. This one is from Jen Cray from our global team. And I love how she did it on a more of a, it looks like our sand cardstock, probably the sand cardstock that comes in this kit. So when she die cut it, it's not a stark white border around it. It's that sand that she rubbed it onto. And then she also flicked a little bit of white paint on there. And I love how that looks too. So she kind of used the simple rub on and then jazzed it up a little. And then she did the same thing, did the rub on craft paper. I mean, sandpaper is what we call it, with the pomegranates and the pear. So really cool. And then here is one from Anna from our global team. And she sprayed the background with different colors of distress spray to make this beautiful background. And then she rubbed it on straight onto her project, kind of like I did on the hero paste, but she had more of a smooth surface to do it on. And then she inked up the messages and the little background from the kit and added those elements. So that's a great mixed media look to her project. I want to show you some other simple things to do back with the main stamp set rather than the rub-on. You can just simply emboss it, gold emboss on plum cardstock. Looks beautiful. This is what Jessica did on this project. This one is from Michelle Short. She white embossed on vellum and die cut it. Again, this is with the stamp set. Sika, I love how she did a beautiful ink blended panel and then did black stamping with the bouquet on both ends of it. Really pretty. Kelly Taylor on our team. I love that she combined several of them all on top of each other and did really kind of simple ink blending to add color to her images, and then took a white gel pen and added some detail. Love how that looks. And then Shannon, of course, she always has to be a little extra, which is awesome. And she took that vase that the flowers are sitting on and masked it off. And so she made it into a pumpkin, which I think is so fabulous. Let me show you that again so you know what I'm talking about. So she took, excuse me, I'm find my stamp set. See how this part right here can look like a pumpkin? So she masked that off when she stamped it so she didn't get this bottom part, and then she made it into a pumpkin that all those are sitting in. I just thought that was so clever. I'm missing a whole bunch of comments. I'll come back and look at those in a second. Here's another one from Jen Cray from the UK on our global team. And I love how she took the background stamp and stamped it and embossed it. And then she just die cut those with her circle dies and made a fun background with that and popped those circles up. It looks fantastic. So I'm going to go back and look at your comments. There's been a whole bunch here that I'm sure I've missed. If you have anything that you really wanted me to address, let me know again, because I may have missed it. So speaking of all these great projects that I just showed you, we did a blog hop yesterday. So make sure and visit the Hero Arts blog and check that out. Our team had so many gorgeous projects in the hop, and you don't want to miss it. And also, if you comment on the hop, we're going to be doing a giveaway based on those comments as well. I think I saw someone in the comments mention making place cards for like your holiday table. That would be really pretty at Thanksgiving to have these do place cards. And I'm seeing a lot of love for these rub-ons because they're just great, aren't they? They're so fun and so easy to use. So again, the main kit includes the stamp set and the background stamp, one sheet of rub-ons that has 2 of each of the big image on there. It has some coordinating frame cuts, and then 2 sheets of sand and 2 sheets of antique ivory cardstock, and then also some twine that I don't have right here with me, but it's gorgeous and you're going to love it. So that is everything from the main kit. So there are some still available. Our kits, once they sell out, they're gone forever. So if you want it, I recommend you grab it right away because it's awesome. And I'm going to let the team at Hero know that you are loving the rub-ons and would love to be able to purchase more of them. So I will take that back. It's not the plan right now. It's the exclusive thing in the kit, but who knows? Maybe we will go ahead and introduce those because stamps and dies can stay exclusive and you guys can get more of those rub-ons, right? So this kit's fantastic. I think the value of it is like $70 and it's only $34.99. So it's really great. What's not to love about twine? I agree, Annette. Hi, Jen Cray. You just missed it. Were your ears burning? I was talking about you, showing some of your awesome samples. Okay. So having shown you all those fabulous things, let's move on to we call them the add-ons, the rest of the monthly release. Now, the main kit itself is only available at heroarts.com, but all of these add-ons are available at all of our wonderful retailers who carry Hero Art. So if you have a local store or a favorite website, go ahead and support them as well with your purchases. They should all have our products as well. So first, I want to show you a couple of hot foil plates that we have in this release. This first one is called Leafy Branches Hot Foil Plate. And so it makes this little partial wreath of leaves, and you foil it on. This is from Mindy. I don't know if you can really see the shimmer of that foil, but she used hot foiling. Now, if you haven't done foiling yet, we have a Foiling 101 video on our YouTube channel that you could watch to learn how to foil. It is pretty straightforward. And also, if you don't have the things you need to foil, this is hot foiling with a plate. And the foil, like the Spellbinders Glimmer Foil and Glimmer hot foil system is what we use to do this. There's also other companies that make it as well. It is different than the kind of foil that is sits on toner or a special adhesive. It is the kind, you have to have the kind of foil that works with this kind of plate. We do have them on our website available. We are partnering with Spellbinders so that we have their foil and their glimmer systems available. So you can order them on our website if you like. I will say that the glimmer system, which is it's basically a platform you get that heats up and then you put it through your die cutting machine. And if you order the Glimmer system or the Spellbinders Platinum 6, that will ship directly from Spellbinders, even if you order it on our site. But the actual rolls of foil we have at Hero Arts, and those would come in your order with everything else. But our price includes the shipping if it does end up shipping from Spellbinders. All right. So we love hot foiling. We think it's beautiful. I saw somebody in our hop, which I'm sorry, I'm forgetting who had the beautiful card sample, but they took this and foiled it, and then they put flowers right here, which is another one of the products we'll get to in a minute. But to kind of complete their wreath, and it was so pretty. So you're just going to have to hop along to everybody and see who made that because I can't remember, but I love that card. It was gorgeous. All right, so that first one was Leafy Branches Hot Foil Plate. Let's see, where do I want to put these as I go through them? Put them right here. Now the next one I super duper duper love, and that is Fall Leaves Hot Foil Plate. It's just an all over cover plate of these beautiful falling leaves. Now, again, or not again, but another thing to point out about hot foil plates is if you don't do the hot foiling, you can also use this as a deboss letterpress type of situation. I don't have a sample here to show you. I wish I did. But basically, you'd put it through your die cutting machine with your setup that you use for using embossing folders. And or if you were embossing with a stencil, it's the same kind of thing. You'd spritz your cardstock a little, use that embossing mat, and then put it through like that. And then you'll get the texture on your card from the plate rather than the hot foil. So another way to use these plates, which I think is super fun. Here's a card from Daniel West. You can see the beautiful shine of those leaves all over the card. And then this one's from Mindy. I love the gold on this green cardstock. So pretty. And I believe this is from our Grateful Words Stampin' Cut, not Stampin' Cut, Grateful Words Fancy Dies that came out in our holiday release. And then here is another one from Mindy where she did the foiling and then ink blended her background. So pretty. And she made it into a shaker, which I also love. So fun ideas with that one. That one's Fall Leaves Hot Foil Plate. We have one new clear stamp set in this release, and that is called Artichoke Arrangement. So you can see that that's a little artichoke blooms there in this fall themed arrangement. The messages are for year round though. It doesn't have to be fall. There's happy birthday, congratulations, thank you, you are amazing, love you, XOXO, and then a to and a from, which are really handy for this time of year when we're making holiday tags and such. You can buy either the stamp set by itself, it's a 4x6 stamp set, or you can buy it as a bundle where it comes with a matching die to cut out that image. And then here it is on a card. This is made by Jane Nelson. You can see her pretty coloring on this. She used colored pencils to color it. And she used a stencil in the background, which is really pretty, and I'll get to that in a second as well. All right, next, some fancy dies in the release. This first one is called Maple Leaf Window Die. Do I have any Canadian friends on here? You might want these maple leaves. I love maple trees in the fall. They're so pretty when the leaves change. What is the size comparison to that wreath foil plate? They might look nice together. Are you talking about the background and then the? Let me put them next to each other. So see how they would look. Does that answer your question? Oh, the artichoke. Sorry. The artichoke compared to the, let me see, with the wreath. The artichoke with that wreath. The artichoke with this wreath. I don't know if that's even showing you very well. Probably not. Does that give you a good size comparison for all these things? Okay. So back to this one. This is this makes a little window, so this inner part cuts out. So you can see how that works. And then it partially cuts over here, so it has the outline of those leaves. So you can make a little panel in your card front. And again, Jane Nelson made this one. She did beautiful pencil coloring. She's a colored pencil master. And then she added little enamel dots to highlight things in there. Used the happy birthday message from the artichoke set. All right. Okay. This next one I mentioned earlier are the Foliage and Flowers fancy dies. Really pretty flower set. Has a leaf, different types of leaves here, some berries. I think these two together can also look like olive leaves. Little bloom here, and then these beautiful flowers. The foil die is compatible with all hot foil machines. Yeah, I believe so. The ones that do hot foiling like this, you can put it through the, I can't remember what the other one's, is it Press and Go? I can't remember what the other one's called. And then there's also a Gemini machine. I think it will work with all of those. It should work with all of those. Any hot foil systems that you might have, it should work with those. And here's an example from Jane using these flowers. And I love how she inked these with reactive inks and then splattered them to make the little water reaction on those. This one is called Fall Leaves Cover Plate. And so this one partially cuts as well. So here's an example that I made just to show you how this works. So I ink blended different colors all over this in fall colors, but you can see how these kind of partially cut. So if you wanted to, you could make some nice texture on your card. The pieces don't fall out, so like you don't get a little standalone maple leaf. But if you wanted to take an X-Acto knife or little snippers, little scissors, and snip those off, you could you could trim some of those out to use on projects as well. You could take the time to color all those separately or just use it as a background like this. I was going to put a message across that, and it's a really pretty and pretty simple card. Here's one from Jane where she combined it with some of the leaves from that set that I just showed. And then she did some ink blending on here as well in beautiful fall colors. Love this cover plate, so pretty. We have a couple stencils in the release. First is Floral Flourish stencil. Floral Flourish. Say that 3 times fast. But isn't that gorgeous? It's so pretty. And here is one that Jane did with that background. So you can see the white is where she had the stencil down, and then she added all the color in there. And then I mentioned she had also used it on this card. You can see it in the background there. Yes, Margie, that's exactly right. That's what I said earlier. You can't use it with the laminating type of foil, which toner based. It has to be with the plates and use the hot foil, like the glimmer foil that Spellbinders carries, not deco foil from Thermoweb. That's not going to work with this kind of foiling. All right. And then here is Leaf Circle Stencil. We've had a lot of stencils where the middle is left like this, which is just perfect when you're ink blending and you can put a message right there in the middle or a focal point image. So I love this, really great for fall. And I also love that they put in little mushrooms in the mix, which is so fun. Love mushrooms. And here's a card with this. Now I want to show you, well, actually, let me get through the rest. There's 2 woodblock stamps in this release. Let me show you. Mine don't have labels on them, so I'm going to show you a picture of them, and then I'll show you the relative size of them. So these are the 2 woodblock stamps. You can see that one of them is the same kind of floral arrangement as the main kit, but it's much smaller. It's scaled down. That's called Autumn Arrangement. And then the one on the right is called Brocade. And here is the size of these woodblock stamps. And on cards, here's one with a little arrangement. So if you're curious, let's see. You can see the size difference. It's much, much smaller than the main kit. This is a cool technique that Jane did on this card. I love that. You take a scoring board and just score some lines on your cardstock. It makes it look like paneling. It's one of my favorite things to do on a card. And I love here how she took the little brocade stamp and added it to these 4 different squares, white embossing. Just a really fun design on that card. All right. Let me look back at comments real quick, and then I'm going to show you some other examples. And by the way, hi Margie, nice of you to be here today. Okay, so some more samples I wanted to show you from our team, an extended team. First of all, this one from Nicole Spohr. She joined our hop and she did a video, and I love how she put together those flower and leaf dies for her focal point on this card. It's so gorgeous. And then she used some paste that she had colored, probably with some ink, through the stencil, the leaf stencil that I just shared. And I think that's so pretty. And then here's a gorgeous one from Michelle Short. I had to show it because she used purples, and I'm a purple fan, and it's so pretty. And that's with the artichoke bouquet. All right, let's see. I think that's everything from the main release. I'm going to go back over it real quick to show you guys. Go back to the comments. All right. All right. So again, we have 2 awesome new stencils in the release, and here are the samples from those. We have, let me say the names so I don't just say we have stencils. Floral Flourish stencil and Leaf Circle stencil are the 2 stencils. We have the Artichoke Arrangement stamp and die. There is the, let me find it, Fall Leaves cover plate with the partial cutting. Foliage and Flowers fancy dies. Maple leaf window. And then our 2 hot foil plates, which are leafy branches and fall leaves. And here are the samples from them. So lots of goodies in there. And then our main kit, again, if you missed the beginning and you missed us going through the kit, you want to tune back in and watch on replay because it's awesome. I showed how to use the Rubons that come in the kit. There's a stamp set, 6x6 bold print background stamp, some cardstock, some twine. So just a lot of fun things in the kit that you're going to want to have fun with. We got lots of positive response on these Rubons. So I'm glad you guys are loving that idea as well. And that's what they look like. And make sure to get some final comments in here because we are going to be giving away a gift card. So I want to make sure you have all your chances in to win. And while you're doing that, I'm going to show you some other fun things that I want to make sure you know about. First of all, every month we do a make along featuring cards made with the last month's kit. And so this Sunday, September 11th at noon Pacific, 3 Eastern. It's going to be Sika and Shannon from our creative team, and they're going to be creating these cards from start to finish on both our Facebook and YouTube channel. So tune in. If you have the August kit, pull it out and make along with us so you can use your kit and have some fun with it. And so that's this Sunday. I also want to make sure you know we have another stamp along coming up, which our stamp alongs are always so much fun. And we have an incredible slate of teachers joining us this time. It's November 5th and 6th, and you can sign up for that on our website. So you don't want to miss out on the fun for our weekend stamp along. It's going to be featuring products from our holiday release. And we do have a bundle available if you wanted to get the main products that we're using at the stamp along all in one big bundle. We have that all together for you to purchase. You are also always encouraged, if you want to, look at what the artists are doing and use things from your stash. You'll notice there is a hot foil plate in there. So we are going to do a demo on how to use it as a hot foil plate, but also we're going to show how to use it in a different way. And actually Jennifer's going to be showing that one. I'll give you a little sneak peek about that. And so you definitely want to have that, even if you're not quite into foiling yet. We'll show you lots of other ways to use it. And then I just want to point out we have some card making bundles on our website as well. So we took cards that our team made. This one was made by Shannon, and we bundled together the products she used into a kit. You get an idea sheet showing how to make the card as part of that. And so that's available. We also have this one that the card was originally designed by Mindy, and we have these 2 products she used as a bundle. And then this one was also made by Mindy, and it has the stencil and the Finch greetings set that she used on that. So lots of fun things there available. So let me go back to me, actually. Let's take this off. Exit solo. Hi there. So thank you guys for joining me today. 40 comments came rushing in while I did all that. So I know I missed some things, but I hope you guys love the September release as much as I do. It's so beautiful and so much fun. And I am going to just I'm going to scan here and try to figure out our winner for today. And thank you all for tuning in. Super, super cool. All right. So our winner is Joanne Wong. So congratulations, Joanne. We will post here in the comments what you need to do to claim your prize. But basically, you're going to email info@heroarts.com and let them know that you won. So congratulations. And thank you guys so much for being here. If you joined late, make sure you go back and watch the replay once I end this so you can see from the beginning and see all the details about the kit. But there are still some kits available. Once they are sold out, they're gone forever. So make sure you don't miss out on that because it's a beautiful kit this month and you're definitely going to want it. All right. So thank you guys for being here, and I will see you again soon. And don't forget to join us on Sunday for the make along. Bye, everybody.